Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day because it's a Finland day. Ultimate Finnish food tour. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
I tell you what, I'm not being silly when I say this. This is a sincere question. Is there a single person on earth who doesn't like the flavor of cinnamon? It really is one of the most
I'm sure there is some, I don't know why I've got subtitles on for a start. Let me turn those off. But I am sure, somewhere, some people don't like cinnamon, but I love the taste of cinnamon. I don't know anyone that doesn't like cinnamon. But yeah, there probably is someone. But oh my God, that looks perfect. You can just tell how moist and delicious that cinnamon bun is. Or cinnamon roll. So good.
most delicious things you can eat. And so it's, on one hand, sort of surprising that Finnish people love cinnamon buns so much, because cinnamon is sort of tropical. But on the other hand, it kind of makes sense because cinnamon, at least for me, reminds me of Christmas. Reminds me of cold weather, reminds me of a nice warm thing you have in the winter time, which is very much what's happening outside. It's been like cold and wet for like 3 days. And so every day, Ivana and I start with cinnamon bun and coffee. Finnish people also love good coffee, which is not so unique. A lot of places love coffee.
He wrote "not strong enough" on the coffee. That's so funny. Did you see that, guy?
And coffee.
Not strong enough. So the coffee's too milky. I do like a strong coffee. I like a milky coffee, but I like it strong. How do you like your coffee? Let me know in the comment section below.
Finnish people also love good coffee, which is not so unique. A lot of places love coffee, but the cinnamon bun, just great. And they did not bring me a fork and knife, so I think I'm gonna go ahead like this.
Yeah, get your hands in there. Take the tissue off.
I mean, what analysis can I possibly provide? It's so good. So, all the white stuff on top is all sugar, so it's very sweet, but the cinnamon flavor is so fresh, and it's still sort of warm from the oven. I guess the Finnish name translates to slapped ears, which is a funny translation.
Maybe it looks like ear.
Maybe it looks like a flat ear or something.
Yeah.
But it
Kovapusti. Kovapusti. Is that how you say it? Kovapusti.
pairs so well with a latte. A warm cinnamon bun and a hot coffee with a baby crying in the background, which is a bit of foreshadowing for what's to come on our channel.
I gotta ask.
We're having babies soon. Go ahead.
Cinnabon? You know Cinnabon? The
Ivana,
shop
please, don't
or
disrespect,
this one?
Don't disrespect this food in front of us by comparing to the cheapest, low-quality fast food ever.
I mean?
This is
like a flat pack, not flat pack, like packed, a mass-produced cinnamon bun versus a fresh baked one. You can't compare them.
this is really delicious. 5-star food. Let's be clear, 6-star food. It's so good.
Wow. Yum.
I really need him to like take this napkin off the bottom though. He's gonna start eating the freaking tissue.
Amazing. Let me try.
Go ahead.
Wow. The bottom is kind of like the sugar is stuck on the bottom there.
It's like it leaked through the onto the bottom of the pan in the oven.
Right?
It's really good. I guarantee you like it.
Oh yeah. And the bread is not too thick.
No.
It's different than the North American cinnamon bun.
Yeah.
I mean, still tastes cinnamony, still have that same taste, but different texture because of the bread.
And the pro move is when you got sugar and cinnamon stuck in your teeth, put a big mouthful of coffee in there, and it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, this one is stuck on your teeth. Very good.
With the coffee right
Good
after,
breakfast.
just great. Now, what's also interesting is Finnish people are very proud of and very common to eat blueberry pie. Which, I mean...
That looks good. Blueberry pie. It looks almost like a cheesecake.
Could there be a better breakfast? Cinnamon bun, blueberry pie, and a couple of coffees.
Very sweet breakfast.
This is my favorite breakfast.
This is why we travel.
It's more dessert.
Let me try it.
That looks good.
Very good. It's not too sweet. But the pie itself, the crust is like
Cheesecake.
It's very flavorful as well. Look at the crust.
Oh yeah.
It's different than our regular pie. You know what I mean? Than regular pie. It's very good. It's kind of like oatmeal-y, the crust itself.
Okay. Is it
Yeah.
graham cracker? No, more like oatmeal.
I don't know.
Tastes like oatmeal.
Taste
Okay.
it. And the blueberry, it's not very sweet. I think your cinnamon bun is like a sugar rush. This one is like a subtle, more like fresh
Okay.
pie.
Fantastic.
Sour.
Fantastic.
And they like their berries here, especially blueberry and lingonberry.
And lingonberry.
Yeah.
So this is just the first scene in what could be a very long food video here today. We've got some traditional food, like Ivana said, with lingonberry. I would be inclined to even check out a Hesburger. Highly recommended fast food, maybe at McDonald's.
Ooh, that looks like McDonald's. That really looks like McDonald's to me. It looks like a Big Mac.
Equivalent or replacement. And so
Ooh.
many foods to come in the Finnish food video.
Good food.
Let's keep eating and keep going.
Yum.
It's a good breakfast. Cinnamon and coffee. How could that be bad? All right, let's go. I think what's happened is this flavor has overpowered this flavor.
Right. The cinnamon bun is.
That's it. You know, sometimes when you have like sugary things first, when then you try something that's not as sugary, it's just like it doesn't taste as good. But then when you haven't had sugar and you have something that's a slightly sweet, you can taste all the nuances in the flavor. So yeah, like he said, they should have probably tried the pie first, then the cinnamon bun. Cinnamon buns are just very flavorful, and cinnamon's a very powerful. Can you call it a herb? No, spice. A very, very powerful spice is cinnamon.
It gets stuck in your teeth and it gets all cinnamon and sugar. This almost tastes like cinnamon and sugar now. With some blueberry in there.
Yeah.
It's good pie though.
Very, very good. Very good.
The pro tip is eat your blueberry pie before your cinnamon.
Yeah, it's different too than North American pie because it's kind of dry. In North America, I think the blueberry is kind of like runny and lots of syrup.
Yep.
You know, kind of like more like jam.
True.
But here it's more dry.
It's right.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
I like both.
It's good. Fast. Alright, so check out this restaurant, everybody. It's got the feel of like a cabin in the snow, sort of.
What is
It's got
that?
some sort of rustic vibes and some things hanging on the wall, like an old lantern or something. And it is a buffet style, which at first is a little bit overwhelming because there's tons of sides, but
Yeah, buffet. Problem with buffet is like I love a good buffet. I think a lot of people do. But the problem with a buffet is you don't know what to pair things with, especially if you're not from the country and you go to like Finland and there's all these different dishes. You're like, what goes with what? Like, I don't know now what they put on their plate if they're supposed to go together. Do you know what I mean? We'll see. Looks good.
But for one, the waitress is very helpful, and for two, there's a sign on the wall that says "Eat like a Finn," with some explanation of how to do it. So
There we go. That's really good. Trust the Finnish to be very pragmatic and very organized. I love that.
I think I've prepared this properly. This is mashed
What
potatoes
is
on the
that?
bottom, which is very familiar.
Yeah.
Pickles,
Yeah.
which we know.
Okay.
This is like lingonberry,
Lingonberry
which
jam.
I don't even know what that
I've
is.
had. It's nice. It just tastes. What does lingonberry jam taste like? It just tastes like a bitter but sweet, kind of like closest thing. Really, maybe a raspberry is the closest thing I can think of. The taste of lingonberry, a cross between raspberry and strawberry. It's nice. It's really nice.
Lingonberry,
Almost like cranberry.
like a cranberry
But
jam.
smaller.
Oh, cranberry.
sauce,
Sorry,
and then
cranberry.
this is sautéed
Yeah.
reindeer.
Reindeer.
Now, in Canada, we don't use the term reindeer. We call it caribou.
Ah.
But that's the exact same species, same animal. We only
Reindeer.
use the term reindeer when Santa Claus is involved. But once the reindeer goes wild, it becomes caribou. In any case, let's try because this should be very good. I guess I'll do taters, reindeer, and lingonberry. A bit nervous because I don't know what to expect. Here goes. I mean, very good. Sort of familiar, right? It looks kind of familiar. Mashed potatoes, meat, and like cranberry sauce. Kind of like Thanksgiving food.
Is it? Well,
Let me try.
What does reindeer taste like?
Let me try lingonberry first.
Okay.
I mean,
I feel like he doesn't know what to make of it, because those are a lot of flavors. What he should have done, what I would have done, would I have tried the reindeer meat separately from the mashed potato and the lingonberry, especially because I've never had reindeer before. I would try them separately, then I would try them together, because you can't just put them all together. Yeah, you can't just put them all together straight away and like understand all those flavors going on. So yeah.
it's so good. It's sweet. Like a berry.
Like sweet and sour,
Like
maybe.
a raspberries, kind of. Now, reindeer, I guess, would be less fatty than beef, right? Good flavor. Typically in Canada, if you eat deer or moose, it's hunted and it can be a little bit gamey, which means a little bit chewy. This is really nice. Juicy and delicious. And goes well with mashed taters and some sweet from the lingonberry. You kind of get starch and meat and sweet. Just nice.
Does it taste like beef? Or like pork? Or like
Kind of
chicken?
like, no, more like beef, but less fat.
Ah.
Not like pork or chicken. It's good. This is good food, I think, especially if it's the winter. Hearty food for a long winter.
Nice. That's good.
For me, I like it. And it's buffet, so we got 2 or 3 more plates to go.
Yeah. This is your first time eating reindeer.
I think so.
Ah.
I've had deer in Canada. I've also had moose.
I love his accent. His accent's so like different. I don't think I've ever heard. It's Canadian, but I don't know what part. I think he might be from like French Canada. Could be wrong.
Same
Do
family.
all
I
taste
think they're
similar?
kind of similar, yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Finland also. Finland has moose running wild, which is one of the coolest animals ever.
True, true.
It's distinctly Canadian, or it makes me think of Canada, but also they have it in Finland too, which is a pretty spectacular animal. Hey, Fauna, you've got some interesting food there, so go ahead.
Yeah. No,
What is that? I'm looking at this. What is that? It looks like some sort of paste. Clearly that's mashed potato. Clearly that's cucumber. And is that some sort of deer?
It's called formak. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Say again?
Formak.
Okay. Could be.
Maybe wrong. Totally wrong.
We'll write it on the screen at least.
Anyway, it's like mush salted fish with meat mixed together. So it makes kind of like this mushy
That's what I thought. It was some type of like meat paste.
texture. You know?
Is it nice?
Salted fish and meat. Let's see.
Salted fish
I'll try
and
it.
meat. When you say meat, you mean
I guess beef or pork, lamb.
Okay.
Oh, I think it says beef, lamb, and fish.
beef, lamb, and
Wow.
fish. This is like a
Yes.
surf and turf. This is like ocean meets
Yes.
meets the farm. Okay,
Except it's like mushy.
something new.
Actually good. It's good. Very good. Tastes like you know that kind of canned meat? That kind of
Spam?
have spam but like the with this kind of texture.
Corned beef.
Canned tuna? No.
No.
Corned
no.
beef. That's what she's on about. It tastes like a corned beef, right? Like a corned beef hash.
And
Oh, I'll love it because I love corned beef hash.
meat?
Yeah.
Spam.
Yes, but it's kind of like it's a bit mushy. Then spam is like a block. It does taste a little bit like spam too.
Okay,
It's like
spam is pretty cheap and gross. Is this good or is it not good?
It's good.
Okay.
Very good. And I don't taste like fishy at all. It doesn't taste fishy. And you pair it with like this beet salad.
And you got mashed potatoes
pickles.
on the bottom too.
Beetroot. We have beetroot in the UK. That's normal. Not too crazy. I would try the meat paste fish thing, and I'll try the mashed potato. I'll try the pickles. But what's that? I need her to explain what that is.
And mashed potato.
Okay, so it's meat, potato, and something red.
Interesting.
Kind of similar to mine. Would you say I would like that fish thing, or I wouldn't like it?
It tastes. I think you'll like it. It tastes like corned beef. That's what it is.
There we go.
Corned
See?
That's what you meant because of the texture like that.
Yes.
Got it.
Corned beef, not spam. Corned beef.
Okay, good. Spam sounds so gross. I'm like, oh man, we paid 36 euros a plate for spam.
No. It tastes like corned beef.
Okay.
Kind of like the texture is similar too.
Fair.
Good. I'm surprised. At first, when I heard of fish mixed with meat, it sounds a bit, funky.
It's
But
something new.
it tastes
Yeah.
really good.
And then what's this other thing? Is that eggplant?
Yeah,
or
what is
So
it?
this one is stuffed cabbage.
Oh really?
You see the cabbage? with mushroom and rice, I guess. It's also good.
Okay. Very good. Now, don't be alarmed, everybody. The restaurant is more or less empty, but it's because it's reservation only, and we got the reservation full. We're doing in between lunch and dinner so we can maximize the buffet filling.
Sorry, I'm just in love with this.
Okay, tell me more.
This cabbage, stuffed cabbage, is so good. There's no meat in it. It's just mushroom. But the taste is so good.
Really? It looks like
Stuffed cabbage, and she's saying it tastes really good. All right, what they're eating? Is this typical Finnish food? Let me know if it's traditional, typical Finnish food. I think it is because it was suggested by someone from Finland, one of my Patreon members. So I'm thinking it is traditional Finnish food, but I don't know. You have to let me know in the comment section. I would try everything. There's nothing that's grossing me out at the moment. There's nothing I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. I would try everything on that plate. It looks good.
Looks like a bunch of mushy. so it's a mushy, leaf of cabbage stuffed with rice. Okay, this is kind of familiar.
And mushroom.
It's a European thing.
And the flavor, kind of like sweet, a bit salty, a bit sour. It's just a mixture of explosion in your mouth.
You are a cabbage lady, though. I think your number one veggie is eggplant, but your number two might be cabbage.
Yes.
You are a cabbage.
I do like stuffed cabbage. We've had normally the stuffed cabbage that I have had before in like other countries.
I like cabbage. These are my top like green veg. I like cabbage. I actually like sprouts, and a lot of people don't like sprouts. I love broccoli, and yeah, those are my top three: broccoli, cabbage, sprouts. I feel like they're all kind of in a similar family. Well, broccoli, maybe not, but cabbage and sprouts are in the same family, right? I think. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, if I was to pick my green veg, that's what would be on my plate.
It's like tomato based, but not this one. Really good. Tastes more mushroomy, but it's very good. Interesting food.
Okay, there you have it. So let's eat up our first plates. I think we'll go for one more after. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Don't
try your reindeer here. My first time eating reindeer.
I think you might like it. It's less fatty, but still dark meat. Goes good with the lindenberry. The lindenberry has that sweet punch in there.
It doesn't have like a very strong smell.
No, it's not gamey. It's not fragrant. It's just sort of nice.
Almost like beef.
But
almost
like leaner.
Like beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, very lean beef. But it's also soft. Maybe the way they cook it.
Yeah.
Very good.
There you have it. Okay, let's keep eating. We got more plates to go, and then we can.
Is he not gonna try the? I was waiting for him to try the corned beefy thing, but he didn't try it. Maybe he just didn't like the sound of it.
We can do some soup after too.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay, let's eat. All right, let's try this. To be clear, I don't really love beets. Should I have some beets? Are the beets necessary?
No, just that.
I'm gonna skip the beet. Oh man.
Tastes like corned beef, right?
Beef.
Yeah. Good.
Not really fishy. A little bit.
Yeah, not.
Pretty good. No, it's good.
You like it, no?
Quite good. Never judge a book by its cover.
Steve is
It's
emptying
good.
my plates right now.
Never judge a book by its cover. I saw it. I heard what it was, and I thought, I don't like it. But it's yummy. That's 5-star food. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
What's the name of this? Warshak?
He likes that one.
I forgot again.
He's like, I'm just gonna eat all your plate. He likes that one. I would have picked that one if I would have gone to the buffet. I definitely would have picked up some of the mushy meat. I would have picked up some mashed potato. I would have had some lingonberry jam. I'm not sure if I would have picked any of that cabbage just because it looked a bit weird. What else did he have? I might have tried a little bit of the reindeer. No, I would have definitely tried the reindeer. So yeah, they've picked well.
Yeah. Vorschmack.
Sounds right. It's yummy.
Oh, I think you only got that cabbage.
Yours are so good.
He likes her plate.
Yours is better.
Really?
Yours is so good. The mixture of flavor in the cabbage is so good.
All right, mate. Stop eating all the food. Get your own. I guess it's a buffet, so it's okay. They can go back and get some more. But...
Okay, now.
Good flavor, right?
Mega bite, Ivana. Cabbage and Vorschmack.
Oh my gosh.
Too many things all at once. Not necessary. Still good.
Ooh, that my eye literally went straight in the middle because I love smoked salmon, and it looks like it's on some sort of cracker bread. Looks like there's some sort of cream cheese maybe, and that looks like some fish eggs. That looks great. This looks great. It looks like some type of fish. That looks great. Or some oily fish. And I've seen these before. These are traditional Finnish things, cracker bready thing. I still don't know what these are, but I know they're traditionally Finnish food.
I have on my plate what is called the Karelian pie.
Yeah.
So I read online it's either rice or like mashed potato inside. Let's try it.
Almost looks like an English muffin, although not really.
This one is rice. I don't know, can you see? Not like English muffin. This one is rice.
Okay. So it's like is the outside bread though? Kind of like bread on the outside.
The outside is kind of like, yeah, it's bread, but it's very thin. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the inside is mush.
It's almost like as thin as a pita.
Yeah. It's very thin. Very thin, and the inside is mush, and it's more savory than sweet. I thought it was gonna be sweet.
I thought it was gonna be sweet as well. It looks like something that would be sweet, but it's savory apparently.
Okay.
Quite good. Funny texture.
You don't seem to love it.
Because
No.
I like it. It's kind of like, it tastes like eating porridge with bread. Try it.
Porridge and bread.
It's like porridge with bread. Okay, I'm getting the feel of what that is. I'm not sure if I'd like it. Maybe it'd be nice if it was sweet.
Okay, something new. Not bad. Not strong flavor. Bread. It's like rice porridge inside bread.
Yes.
Like Indonesian bubur or congee. Like rice porridge.
Yeah.
I love congee. Congee is really good. If you've never tried congee in Asia, it's like the ultimate breakfast food. It's so delicious. It's savory and delicious. So it's like rice pudding, what we call rice pudding in the UK, but like a savory rice porridge inside or a flat, thin bread. Okay.
A little bit sweet, a little bit savory, but more savory, I think.
Oh, there is some sweet.
Kind of good.
Yeah. It's good when it's fresh.
This could be a staple food. You just have it all the time.
Yeah.
Just on the go even.
Right.
Simple, but good.
And then I also have...
They're not blown away by that. I feel it looks like something that wouldn't be... It looks like something that wouldn't be like amazing to me. It looks quite plain, but I can see why it's popular because of the different textures and yeah, I can see why something that's like soft in the middle but like crispy on the outside, like a little snack. I can see why that'd be popular. Do you have it with like coffee or whatever? Like it seems like a coffee snack. Let me know when you would normally have that as like is that a snack, or would you have it with like other food as a side? Like, I'm trying to figure out where it would fit in and when would you have it? Would you have it for breakfast? Would you have it for lunch, dinner? Or is it just a random snack you'd have during the day? Let me know in the comment section below.
Rye bread. Now, rye bread is the most famous type of bread.
I was trying to figure out what bread was underneath it. It's rye bread. Okay, we have this in the UK basically. Smoked salmon on top of rye bread is very, very popular. Yeah, and cream cheese. We'd have rye bread, some cream cheese, and some salmon on top, maybe some dill on top of that. Very similar. We wouldn't necessarily have the fish eggs though. That's quite fancy.
Bread here in Finland, and I top it with some kind of like salad and smoked salmon and caviar.
She said that was shrimp and mayonnaise salad.
Ah, shrimp and mayo. Okay.
Shrimp and mayo, I believe, and then salmon and.
She put shrimp and mayo with salmon. I'm not sure about that. Bit too much fish. The shrimp and mayo you could just have the shrimp and mayo on the cracker by itself without the salmon on top. I would probably have one of the rice with some shrimp and mayo, and I'd have another one with the salmon on. Personally, how would you have it? Let me know.
Caviar.
Oh,
I don't know what kind of caviar though.
Looks like a blackberry on top.
I think this is also my first time eating caviar.
Yo, you're one fancy lady today.
Try the caviar
Oh
here.
my gosh.
I'm a little bit scared to try caviar. Well, let's try.
Caviar is eggs of the fish, no? Mm-hmm. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I love salmon though. And salmon is like, I think, the #1 produce here in Finland.
Seems like it.
Salmon.
We saw a lot of sushi restaurants, which kind of makes sense.
that's-
Ooh, I'm gonna enjoy going to Finland, and you've got that salmon soup with the salmon chunks in with the potatoes. The creamy soup. I cannot wait to try that soup. I've been salivating and dreaming about your soup in Finland for a long time, guys. For a long time, for the best part of nearly a year, I've been like dreaming about that salmon soup. Salmon's your go-to, so I can't wait to have that. And as she said, sushi is big in your country. Love sushi. We'll be trying that too. So yeah, I've got a lot of great food to try in Finland.
Yeah, they got salmon for days, so it kind of makes sense.
It's very good, to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of rye bread. For me,
Oh, you just broke all the Finnish people's hearts. That's their number one. That's like a.
I know.
Staple.
This is good though. Good rye bread. This is a better type of rye bread.
What's the issue with rye bread? It's a bit dry.
Dry.
It's dry. Just tastes a little bit like cardboard to me. It's like-
No, it's that's valid. Rye bread is very, very dry, and I think it's an acquired taste. If you're not, if you're not used to rye bread, I think, it would taste dry and a bit like cardboard. But if you're used to that texture and eating rye bread on a regular, you get used to it and actually quite like it. I quite like rye bread. It's like a different texture. It's a lighter bread. It's like more like a cracker, and low calorie as well. Very low calorie, and a nice little snack.
But when you pair it with that salad, it's like saucy. And the
Saucy.
salmon and the caviar is just perfect. It's good. Very good. This is a good combo for rye bread. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm not gonna try it. I can't cross the line into
Very
the
good.
world of caviar is off my. I have food phobia of caviar.
Really?
Food phobia.
Yeah, I mean
caviar.
it's eggs, no? Fish eggs? It tastes like
eggs.
fish?
A little bit.
Yeah, not for me. I can tell.
This is good though. I like that.
I mean, it's more mind over matter, isn't it? When you think about the fact that they're fish eggs, it can gross you out. But if you think about it, it shouldn't really gross anyone out, because how many people eat chicken eggs? Do you know what I mean? And chicken eggs are exactly the same thing. You're eating literally the period. The period of the chicken. That's what that's what an egg is. So it's the same difference. Like, an egg is an egg, regardless if you're eating fish eggs, duck eggs, chicken eggs. They're all eggs. So it shouldn't be a problem, to be honest. It's just a weird concept, right?
And also, have just baked salmon. I mean,
That looks
when you're
good.
in Finland, you gotta have the salmon.
That looks good.
Any kind of form, you know. Smoked, baked, fried.
I love salmon. Where I live currently, in Thailand, not for long, coming back to Europe very, very soon, salmon is not really like readily available, and I miss salmon. Love it. I love good salmon. Salmon is so good. It's so expensive here. It's just not something that you get a lot of. Whereas in Europe, it's still, expensive-ish, but salmon is readily available. I love salmon. Salmon is so good. In fact, I've got some salmon in the fridge. In fact, I'm going to have some salmon today. I'm going to cook some. I just realized, it's reminded myself, I've got 2 fillets of like frozen salmon in the freezer, and I'm like, you know what? That's going to be dinner today. I fancy some salmon. Thanks for reminding me, guys.
Yeah. The baked salmon tastes like I've had salmon before, so
Yeah, salmon's good.
tastes like any
The
bait.
thing is with salmon, right? The thing is with salmon, you can't get it wrong. You can't get salmon wrong. Like, I mean, okay, you can. You can overcook salmon. If you cook it for too long, it becomes dry. Still good, but it's really hard to not make salmon taste good. Salmon tastes good regardless. Like, it tastes good. Tastes moist. Tastes delicious. Salmon is good.
Fair.
With dough. Very
Fair.
good.
Fair. Now, I sort of misspoke earlier because the waitress said that they had some stew. So I was thinking more like soup, like a spoon. This is in fact the reindeer stew. It looks very similar to the reindeer I just had, with taters on the bottom and some lingonberry. But this
That one
is
is
clearly
Karelian stew.
Karelian stew. The
Yeah.
meat is
Karelian
clearly stewed. It's got some carrots on top and some more, you know. But I thought it was going to be like a soup, so that's my mistake. Could be potentially similar as before. Maybe some more flavor in the meat this time. Remember you said the meat was not too flavorful?
Yeah.
This might be your answer.
It's good.
Yeah, good. Not overly strong flavor.
good.
Not really spiced or anything. Pretty simple. The meat is really delicious because it's like
Fall off the
really
bone.
wet, you know? Stewed.
It's really wet. That's just not a good way to describe food. You know, it's just really good, you know? Like, it's just very wet. You mean it's very tender. That would be a better word. It looks very tender. Looks like it's just, like, being cooked on the bone and it's just fallen off. Oh, delicious. Yeah.
So it's very soggy.
Again, it looks like Christmas dinner. Like the food is very.
It's interesting, yeah. I feel that with Finnish food, is that your food looks very much like what we have in, you know, England and America. We have that for Christmas dinner. So anything that's to do with like cranberry berries with meat, stewed meat, we have that for Christmas. I think it's the lingonberries, because we only really have like a berry, we only have berries with Christmas food. But, however, in the UK, we do have meals like this. Like, we have a lot of mashed potato, a lot of mashed potatoes, and we have it with meat, sometimes with sausage. A lot of the time, bangers and mash, we call it. And we have mashed potatoes with other things as well, on top of like shepherd's pie. I don't know if you've ever heard of a shepherd's pie, which is meat covered in mashed potato and put in an oven, and the top goes all crispy. Very good. Very, very good.